several pictures here to choose from. So let's choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's choose 20 different pictures for this one. So I'm just going to grab all 20 photos. I'm going to drag them right down on the timeline. And so we can see here that that puts the pictures on automatically, and they'll flip. So you can see it throws our pictures on there and gives us a start, but it's not what we want. I'm just going to up our view here to fit the whole screen. And so our pictures are not fitting to the window properly. If you notice, they're completely zoomed in, and that's not what we want, because if we were to look back at, let's just say one of the pictures here, choose any one. So let's zoom in here. I'm going to hit the plus on my keyboard, which zooms in to wherever the timeline is, wherever the current time marker is. And we'll go to select the picture, we'll go to Effects Control. And in the motion, you'll find out under there that it actually has a scale. So now if I were to scale this down, you can see that the picture is much bigger than the frame. So it's roughly 32 to 33%, 31%, somewhere in there. For now, I'm going to put that back at 100% because we have an easier way to take care of this. So down in our timeline, I'm going to select all the pictures just by dragging around them. Now this is really neat. What we can come up to is come up to our video options, and we can click on scale to frame size once we select all the pictures. So let's have a go at that. And see what that does is automatically rescale all our pictures for us. So now the whole picture is fitting into the frame. So now if we changed it, you'll see that it automatically, anything above 100% actually goes out of the frame, like, and scales in past it. So I'm going to put that back to 100%. And so that's a perfectly great way to add that in there really quick. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to take care of how long these clips are going to be, each picture, because you can see the pictures are not lining up with the amount of audio that we have on the timeline. So each picture needs to be a little longer in duration. And so we have 2 minutes and 8 seconds of audio, I do believe. And let's just drag over to the end of our timeline here. Okay, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. So 2 minutes and 8 seconds is what? That's 128 seconds of audio. And so now we need to know how many seconds do we need for each picture to be. So we brought up our calculator, and we have 20 images that have to span that amount of time. So let's just do a rough calculation here, and we have 128 divided by 20, 6.4 seconds each. Just roughly, that's just a rough calculation, so let's give that a shot. So again, select all your images on the timeline, come up to your clip, and now you can click on speed duration. And now you can actually set this in here. So at 6.4 seconds, it's actually going to be set, we have, where 5 is, it's 5 seconds, and 0, 0 is for frames to the right of it. And so this goes into hours, minutes, seconds, frames. And so we know we need 6 seconds and 0.4, so half. So nearly half. So if we said we know we have almost 30 frames per second. So if we said somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 frames, for instance, let's just go with that. And that should get us really close. And also it's important that you click the ripple edit, shifting, trailing clips, because then that ripples this across all the clips so they're all done at once. If you don't do it this way, it's probably going to mess up on you. So give that a shot. And so there you go. It puts our clips all the way up. And now if we take a look over on our timeline, our clips go pretty near the end of where we are here. So now the next thing I'd like to do is add some transitions between these. So that way when they go from one clip, as we see here, it's rather harsh that the clips go this way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select all the clips on the video, which is our pictures. Then I'm going to come up to Sequence, and I'm going to click Apply Default Transition to Selection, so the entire selection will get all these transitions. And so there we go. That puts them all in there. And now, if we play, we'll see that we'll get a nice transition from one to the other. So there you go. That gives us a much nicer transition between the images to make it a little more pleasing to the eye. So one of the next things I'd like to do, I'm going to collapse these images here, is I'd like to add a little title in here just to give it a little bit more professionalism. So I'm going to click on New Item, and I'm going to say Title, and we'll just call this my title, I guess, or whatever we choose. And you notice the width and the height are the same as the actual sequence that we're using them on, and the time base, the frame rate is the same, and we have square pixels. So everything will be the same as your sequence.